Welcome back into Listens Live. I'm Michael Vanover, joined again by Dr. Chet Mays here at Mays Plastic Surgery in the spa at MPS. Dr. Mays, you've got a lot of exciting things going on here, but one thing that's coming up is your big gala, your big spring gala. Let's talk about that and what people can expect.
Yeah, so April 16th from 4 to 7 p.m. We'll be here in our beautiful facility, almost 13,000 square feet. So we pack in here all industry, all the products we have, all the services. They come here, talk about their products. So it's, not only is it a great sale, it's a great time to learn information, right? It might be a little intimidating maybe to come in, during normal business hours. Well, this is a great event, sort of after hours. Bring a friend, RSVP for sure. We'll talk about that, how to RSVP, but come and just learn about everything we have here. Meet the staff, the providers, and have a cocktail, some food, but also take advantage of those savings that we have. But we open up the entire facility to see the beautiful practice and just have a great time.
When you got plenty of room for it, it's going to be an amazing event, I'm sure. You talked about this before with me, and the education piece and how big of a decision a lot of things that you guys do are. Talk about why that's important and how coming there you can really get a lot of those questions answered.
Yeah, you read things online or on your social media or maybe in magazines, and you have all these questions. You don't really know who to ask or what to ask. So coming to that event where all that information is, you go into one room, there's going to be a different product in there. You go to the next room, there's a different product. So you really just casually work your way around the practice to learn about that. No one's forcing anything on you, and you might come out of the room with some new questions, and then you can find one of the providers and actually ask them those questions that you had by learning about that product.
You talked about bringing a friend, which is awesome. Is this open to the public? And talk about the RSVP process, because I'm sure you need a head count.
Yeah, it's open to everyone. Everyone's welcome, but the only reason we RSVP is so we can get an idea of how many people to prepare for with the food, the drink, the space, obviously the flow of the day, just to make sure we can accommodate for everyone. So it really helps us out as we prepare for that, because you don't want to run out of food, you don't want to run out of drink.
That's right.
And you want everyone to have a good time and learn about the products, but also take advantage of the sales, right? This is the biggest sale of the year where everything is on sale, right? Each month we have certain products that are on sale, but this is the one time of year where everything is on sale on the medical spa side. Some people always ask about surgery. Surgery's not discounted at this event, but you can learn about all the surgeries. And one of my favorite things actually at this event is the live surgical patients. Not live surgery we're doing live, but patients who've had a certain procedure, maybe a mommy makeover or a facelift or eyelids or liposuction. They're actually here in the facility talking about their experience. So if you've been thinking about what's it like to recover from a tummy tuck, well, there'll actually be patients here in their normal clothes talking to you about their experience. So it's a really good time to learn about the surgical side in a relaxed environment from real people just like you and I who've had these procedures done. So that's one of my favorite parts about it. Have so much loyal clients here that love talking about their experience here. So if you want to learn more about that, that's a great time to meet them as well.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think a lot of times people have these questions, right? They're nervous, they're anxious, whatever you want to say, and just talking to real people about their experiences has got to relieve that for them.
Yeah, you don't have to watch a YouTube video to ask about someone's experience. They're actually there to talk about what it was like, what it was like
here, right? Which is great. So we talk about savings. We talk about it being the biggest sale of the year, which is a huge deal. Talk about what kind of savings are we talking about? Can you give me a couple of examples?
Yeah, so April 16th, 4 to 7 p.m. Coming here, you automatically get 20% off of any of the services we provide, which is great, right?
It's huge.
Because we have something called Beauty Savings Account. So basically, it's a membership here that people do year-round. You can get 10% off, 15% off, or 20% off, depending on what tier you're at. Well, that night, everyone just gets 20% from coming here purchasing. Our VIP members, that means they're at the highest tier of our Beauty Savings Account, they actually get 25% off that night. And if you want to sign up that night for a Beauty Savings Account and take advantage of the 25% on all your purchases, you can. And those are heavily discounted. It's the only time of the year we have discounts like that.
And I think this is, again, if people that are thinking about this, maybe this is something they've been putting off for a while, this is a great way to get in here and check out the facility, meet some of the staff, right? I mean, this is an opportunity to almost kind of do a walkthrough, if you will, before you sign on the dotted line.
Yeah, and we call it a spring gala. It doesn't mean you have to come in a beautiful gown. And people do dress up. I will be dressed up because I don't think I can walk in here without a suit on because people won't recognize me. But you can come as you are, right? You can come in if you've went to a workout class next door. Come on in, learn about something. To come as you are. We just call it a gala because it's a celebration. It's about learning more about us at Mays Plastic Plastic Surgery and the Spot MPS.
You know, for the before and afters of the people that will be here that day, are you going to be able to show them some images of what is that all going to be? Obviously, they're going to be talking about their experience, but take us through that.
We have these large posters of their before and after picture of it, but then that patient is actually there beside their picture to talk about it. So you can see a procedure that you might have been interested in, and when you look to the right or left, you're going to see that person who actually had that procedure, and you can talk to them if you want, or you can just look at their beautiful results on the picture. It's as come as you are. It's as casual as you want it to be, but if you have a lot of questions, that is the time to get them answered.
That is a great idea, and I know that matters to a lot of your patients and future patients for that matter. All right, but before we wrap up this segment, Doc, if you would, talk a little bit more about the date, the time, how people RSVP, one more push for people that are watching right now that want to be here.
Yeah, so April 16th, it's Thursday, 4 to 7 p.m. is when we will have the actual event. If you want to RSVP, you can actually call here and RSVP. You can go online to MaysPlasticSurgery.com or thespotmps.com or all of our socials, Mays Plastic Surgery on Instagram, Facebook, or the Spot MPS. We're pretty much on every platform. If you just Google us, it will guide you to where you can RSVP.
Yeah, and if you're not following them on social media, their accounts are constantly good stuff being posted, so appreciate all of that. Well, Dr. Mays, thank you again for these updates. It sounds exciting. We've got more when we come back here at the Spot MPS and Mays Plastic Surgery. Again, Dr. Mays, thank you so much. We'll be back with more on Listens Live. Stay with us.